Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the graduation ceremony for graduates of the Faculty of Education and graduates of the Queensland College of Art. In a few minutes, the graduation ceremony will commence. The procession of staff will enter first. After a brief pause, the university fanfares will announce the entry of the dais party. I will signal to you by this action that you are to rise and remain standing until both the staff procession and the dais party are seated. Please do not stand until I ask you to. May I also remind you that flash photography is prohibited in this auditorium. For the mutual comfort and enjoyment of all members of the audience, the university requests your cooperation in observing this rule. Thank you.
fellow members of the Council of Griffith University, Professor Webb, Vice-Chancellor of Griffith University, Mr McCormick, Chairman of the Advisory Council of the Queensland College of Art of Griffith University, Professor Howard, Provost and Director of the College, Mr John Rigby, our special guest, Alderman Graham Quirk, staff and students of Griffith University past and present, graduates, ladies and gentlemen. It's the established custom at Griffith University to gather with our guests for the purpose of conferring academic awards on our graduates. These occasions hold special significance for graduates, their families and friends, and for the entire university community. As Chancellor of Griffith University, it's my pleasure to extend a very warm welcome to everyone present for this graduation ceremony. And particularly, of course, my welcome goes to the graduates. It's a particular pleasure also to welcome Mr John Rigby as our special guest this evening. He's to receive the degree of Doctor of the University in recognition of his distinguished contributions to art in Queensland and to the Queensland College of Art in particular. Mr Rigby, may I say how pleased we are that you're able to be present for this important event in the life of the university, and how much we look forward to your address later in the proceedings. I add that I've long been an admirer of your very individual, uplifting work. Others may feel the same way. I'm sure that many will. This occasion very much belongs to our graduates. Yet those who, whether as faculty or family, supported them also deserve recognition. We acknowledge the commitment and effort involved in the studies which have led to the academic awards we celebrate in this ceremony. Our focus this evening falls on two of the academic divisions of the university: the Faculty of Education, located at the Mount Gravatt campus, and the Queensland College of Art, located, for the time being, at the Morningside TAFE campus. I shall say a little about both divisions. The Faculty of Education is the largest of our faculties, and this evening sees the second of its graduation ceremonies for 1994. Earlier today, the university conferred academic awards on those who have completed their studies for a number of primary degrees and graduate certificates in education. On this occasion, now, we shall confer degrees including postgraduate awards in education and research higher degrees. The Queensland College of Art is an institution whose roots go back further than the foundation of either of our principal Brisbane University campuses at Nathan and Mount Gravatt. And yet it's the newest of the academic divisions of the university. The achievement of all the graduates who are to be honoured this evening are impressive. We can think sympathetically of the work they've put behind them, attending classes, working collaboratively in small study groups, searching library resources, completing their assignments and their research. In a modern university responsive to the evolving requirements of a society which is itself changing, one would expect to see evidence of innovation, of changes in being, and of infrastructure development. I shall draw to your notice some such highlights worthy of mention in the Faculty of Education and within the Queensland College of Art. In the education sector, the university has developed in the last 12 months a number of new courses and new strands within existing courses. These have included the Bachelor of Education, Secondary, whose first cohort will graduate this evening. The Queensland College of Art has won a grant of $100,000 from the Australian Research Council for the purchase of the latest digital imaging equipment. the Griffith Institute for Higher Education has been awarded a grant from the Committee for the Advancement of University Teaching to develop proposals for recognising and rewarding good teaching within the national university system. The Queensland College of Art and the Brisbane City Council have entered into partnership for the operation of the City Hall Gallery and Museum, a joint venture that will offer QCA staff and students new opportunities for curatorial experience and provide additional professional depth to the City Hall collections. Griffith graduates have already earned success and acclaim in Australia and overseas. Those who graduate today will take their place in a growing band of which the university is proud. I am sure that these graduates will, in time, themselves produce individuals of national and even international standing. As we continue with this evening's proceedings, I express my warm congratulations to each of our graduates and extend to them our best wishes for their lives ahead. I now call on the Dean of the Faculty of Education to present the graduates from that faculty who are to receive their awards at this ceremony.
Chancellor, I present to you graduates who have been granted the Bachelor of Education. Louise Allison Levick. Paul Anderson. Susan Anderson. Karen Andrews. Neil Appleton. Lisa Armstrong. Jennifer Arton Powell. Joanne Atwood. Jane Atwool. Carl Balke. Jennifer Barsby. Mark Bateman. Tanya Berendorf. Christopher Bell. Karen Bowles. Tony Boyce. Robin Brady. Darryl Brown. Deborah Browning, Deirdre Butner, Michelle Bullion-Healy, John Carvolth, Christopher Kavanagh, Jennifer Cavendish, Susan Christ, Christina Christie, Karen Cooper, Joseph Crawford, Marie Dorey, Sally Doherty, Jennifer Duncan Howell, Elaine Durison, Alan Ebert, Peter Egan, Leanne Fairweather, Andrew Fegan, Martin Fellberg, Sandra Francis, Anissa Gale, Brendan Gerard, Mark Gillow, Andrew Graham, Keith Graham, Melissa Graham, Joanne Greer, Gregory Hage, Rosa Hanneman, Stephen Harvey, David Hass, Jason Hassard, Andrea Hazel, Paul Herschel, John Hipwell, Susan Houston, Glenn Idden, Tanya Jablonski, Elspeth Jeffrey, Megan Jones, Michelle Claassen, Susie Knight, Adam Knights, Satu Kosonen, John Costa, Katrina Kuna, Ivy Lakadis, Louise Lanham, Teresa Livanis, Vanessa Lowe, Georgina Lynch, Anita McNish, David McNish, Marie McAlanen, Jeffrey Marriott, Lisa Marshall, Joanne Martin, Thomas Matheson, Catherine McCauley, Brett McDonald, Matthew McGrath, William McLean, Melissa Moore, Louise Morris, Samantha Muller, Julie Newman, Lou Paulger, Andrew Peachy, Isabel Perry, Caroline Ponting, Karen Porteous, John Probert, Erin Price, David Rowbottom, Paul Schneider, Michelle School, Anne Sennett, Katrina Simpson, Val Spears, Betty Szymanski, Matthew Taylor, Fiona Tudman, Geraldine Valatic, Helen Vivas, Nicole Vokes, David Walker, Rowena Walker, Carolyn Waterson, Priscilla West, Alana White, Renee Whitehouse, Max Williams, Jenny Wilson, Blair Young, and Paul Zernicke. Deputy Chancellor, I present to you a graduate who has been granted the Bachelor of Education with First Class Honours, Timothy Forrest. Chancellor, I present to you a graduate who has been granted the Bachelor of Education with Second Class Honours, Division A, Jane Buckley. Chancellor, I present to you a graduate who has been granted the Graduate Diploma of Education, Nicole Evans. Chancellor, I present to you graduates who have been granted the Master of Education. Cherie Dick. Mark Larrahy. Kerry Marr. Michael Martin. Michael O'Connor. And Valda Williamson. Chancellor, I present to you graduates who have been granted the Master of Education with honours. Mark Grayson. Chui Chen Kimber. John Lockhart. Lydia Stojkovic. Chancellor, that completes the presentation of the candidates of courses of the Faculty of Education.
I now call on the Provost and Director of the Queensland College of Art to present graduates from the Queensland College of Art who are to receive their awards at this ceremony.
Chancellor, before I present Associate Diploma of Arts graduates to you, we will view a representative selection of images of their work.
Chancellor, I present to you graduates who have been granted the Associate Diploma of Arts in Applied Photography. Cameron Attry. Jeffrey Bassley. Sandra Blindell. Japui Boone. Leif Ekstrom. Carol Foote. Andrea Kane. Jeff Lutter. Peter Manson. Kevin McNeil. Lisa O'Neill. Kenneth Sengstock. Dennis Terrell. Scott Welsh. Angie Wood. Chancellor, I present to you graduates who have been granted the Associate Diploma of Arts in Commercial Art. Peter Bateman. Alison Bennett. Ashley Clark. Christina Jansen. Marianne Long. Shannon Newman. Amanda Peacock. And Amanda Smith. Chancellor, I present to you graduates who have been granted the Associate Diploma of Arts in Interior Design. Merida Bishop. Juliana Harmson. Grant Johnson. Peter Koch. Denny Rossi. Michelle Saunders. And Sarah Thackeray. Chancellor, before I present Bachelor of Visual Arts graduates to you, we will view a representative selection of images of their work.
I had a hard enough time covering them up if I lay face down. It seemed that people just couldn't see past them.
There's a decent handful.
We could have won, but you were our best swimmer. We haven't got a chance now.
I don't care. I don't like it anymore.
Morning, Jugs.
I wouldn't worry about it. They call me Mozzie Bites. I mean, I get really embarrassed about my A cup.
Well, if it's so embarrassing, stop talking about it.
Deborah. You've been getting a little slack lately, haven't you, Deborah? I hope we see your training this afternoon.
Not a chance. I was obsessed by them. Trying to hide them, trying to disguise them. No one understood. No diet, exercise, or drug would stop them. There were no easy answers. I had to give up what I loved and was good at. I couldn't go on slouching my shoulders and running with my arms crossed. I tried to hide them, but I never could. I knew they weren't huge, but they were big enough to make me different.
What are you doing? I just want to get out of this town. You know, see what's out there for me. Well, what about Darren? I can't show up there now. I'd die of embarrassment if Darren stood me up. Anyway, I've left a note for Mum to give him. Oh, come on, Judy. I've just got to do this right now before I lose the adrenaline rush. Well, I'll get my things.
Nah, we just need some pipes and frogs, man. We can budget up in no time.
Yeah.
Hey, wasn't that...
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
What? What's wrong?
Shit, Judy. What have I done? Where am I going to go? What'll I do? Mum's going to kill me.
It's cool, Kelly. Calm down. We've got a room next to Skins, $42 a week. You can stay with us as long as you want.
Room next to the wild man, hey?
Settle down. Darren probably doesn't even know he's been gypped yet.
Hey! I'm the one who got stranded at the
You
altar.
didn't even show up at the altar. He's probably there now, sweating for you.
Oh, seriously, Judy, what am I going to do?
Possibilities are endless. We could... Oh, wait, stop the car.
Oi! Oi, Marty, come on!
Come on!
Hang on! Oh, shit. Hang on!
Bullshit.
My dog is so sick of me. He's forever giving me hints
as to how I should do myself in. Arr, arr, arr. He brings me incredibly well-tied nooses, knives, guns, and books on the virtues of early euthanasia.
I'm gonna kill you, you stupid dog!
In the beginning, the Lord God created the heavens and the earth. He made all manner of beasts, and then he took some mud and made man. And from man's rib he created woman. And that is when all the trouble started.
Hang on. What do you mean, trouble?
To be or not to be? The Earth is not the center of the universe.
Come here, Watson. I need you.
I'm sorry. The number you have called has been disconnected.
On today's show, we'll study Noah's claims that we're all going to die shortly. But there are some who contest that notion. Two such people are with us today. Professor J. Dean of the New Eden University of Enlightened Consciousness, Autumn Leaf, an environmentally concerned citizen. Oh, and Noah's here too. So, Noah, you say that God told you to build this aardvark. Is that true?
It's an ark.
Whatever. So, why did he ask this of you? Is he, like, into modern sculpture?
At the third stroke, the time will be...
Only one man can stop Dr. Disco's evil campaign to pervert our nation's good dress sense. Gentlemen, to the fab phone.
Commissioner!
What?
I'm on my way. Let the rabbit go, Disco.
Of course. It was only bait to catch you.
What do you want, Doctor?
Fabulous man. What do you know about your father?
I know you killed him.
No, Fab. I am your father.
What?
That's one small step for man, one jump.
Chancellor, I present to you graduates who have been granted the Bachelor of Visual Arts in Animation. Simon Budzewski. Shiloh Gordon. Matthew Schofield. Peter Shaw. And Donald Walker. Chancellor, I present to you graduates who have been granted the Bachelor of Visual Arts in Film and Television Production. Donna Lipovich. Tony McGrath. John Riddell. Chancellor, I present to you graduates who have been granted the Bachelor of Visual Arts in Fine Art. Scott Bennett. Julie Byrne. John de Ruyter. Nicole Francis. Sonia Goodixon. Michael Hume. Megan Lowry. Katerina Lytras. Robert McNeil. Sally Mintram. Michael Nadeau. Heather Ockleshaw. David Sortel. Patricia Van Ingen Chanel. And Mitchell Warner. Chancellor, I present to you a graduate who has been granted the Bachelor of Visual Arts in Gold and Silversmithing, Isabella Matsky. Chancellor, I present to you graduates who have been granted the Bachelor of Visual Arts in Graphic Design. Duncan Amos. Louisa Beveridge. Rebecca Blakeney. Rachel Evans. Darren Glindeman. Joanne Headley. Kirsten Lacqua. Daniel Longmore. Madeline McKinlay. Kylie O'Donoghue. Aaron Owens. Liz Sawyer. Geraldine Sherry. Fiona Soley. Greg Wade. Brock Whiting. And Kylie Weemers. Chancellor, I present to you graduates who have been granted the Bachelor of Visual Arts in Illustration. Lisa Goodall. And Elizabeth Norman. Chancellor, I present to you graduates who have been granted the Bachelor of Visual Arts in Photography. Ros Baines. Leah Broadfoot. John Byrne. Trudy Gosh. Melanie Gray. Trine Jensen. Catherine Panton. Stephen Polner. Taryn Raymond. Anne Sheridan. And Justine Walpole. Chancellor, the Medal for Achievement in the Bachelor's Degree course may be awarded annually to the graduate with the highest academic achievement in the Bachelor's Degree course. The medal is not awarded if there is no candidate of sufficient merit. Chancellor, I am pleased to present to you a graduate who has been granted the 1993 Visual Arts Medal, John William de Ruyter. Chancellor, before I present honours graduates and postgraduates to you, we will view a representative selection of images of their work. Chancellor, I present to you a graduate who has been granted the Bachelor of Visual Arts in Fine Art with first-class honours, Heather Inglis. Chancellor, I present to you a graduate who has been granted the Bachelor of Visual Arts in Fine Art with second-class honours, Division A, Darren Bryant. Chancellor, I present to you a graduate who has been granted the Bachelor of Visual Arts in Fine Art with second-class honours, Division B, Tanya Hill. Chancellor, I present to you a graduate who has been granted the Bachelor of Visual Arts in Graphic Design with second-class honours, Division A, Bradley Aldred. Chancellor, I present to you a graduate who has been granted the Bachelor of Visual Arts in Illustration with first-class honours, Samantha Fermo. Chancellor, I present to you graduates who have been granted the Bachelor of Visual Arts in Photography with second-class honours, Division A, Christopher Bieloskorski. and Julie Croxford. Chancellor, I present to you a graduate who has been granted the Graduate Diploma of Visual Arts, Catherine Standage. Chancellor, that completes the presentation of the graduates of the courses from the Queensland College of Art.
I will now receive a candidate for the award of the University Medal. I call upon the Chairperson Academic Committee to present the candidate.
Mr. Chancellor, the University Medal may be awarded in recognition of academic excellence to a graduate who has completed the requirements for both a bachelor's degree of the university and a degree with honours. Such an award is a rare honour and is not awarded in any year in which there is no candidate of sufficient merit. Mr. Chancellor, I am pleased to present to you a graduate of the Faculty of Education who has been granted the 1993 University Medal, Timothy Forrest.
I will now receive graduates for the degrees of Master of Philosophy. I call upon the Chairperson Academic Committee to present the graduates.
Mr. Chancellor, Terry Frances Freeman Castles has been granted the degree of Master of Philosophy taken in the Faculty of Education. Ms. Freeman Castles investigated the influence of prior reading on the quality of writing of adult learners of English as a second language. Based on the theory that strong links exist between reading and writing and that there is a need in the English as a second language instruction to exploit reading as a means of informing writing more fully, Ms. Freeman Castles has examined the nexus both in relation to the impact of reading as an activator of prior knowledge when undertaken immediately prior to writing and in longer-term employment-oriented reading. Her findings indicate support for the theory that reading can serve to enrich the quality of English as a second language writing. Mr. Chancellor, I ask that Terry Frances Freeman Castles be presented with the degree of Master of Philosophy. Mr. Chancellor, Valerie Jean Mudge has been granted the degree of Master of Philosophy taken in the Faculty of Education. Ms. Mudge's study explores the acquisition of English by primary school students from non-English speaking backgrounds. Ms. Mudge has shown that interaction with native English speaking peers results in improved sociolinguistic knowledge through promoting membership of social group and extending vocabulary and topic range. Interaction also contributes to sociolinguistic control through the opportunity for use, feedback, ritualised play and egocentric speech, thereby forming a valuable part of the language acquisition process for young children learning English as a second language. Mr. Chancellor, I ask that Valerie Jean Mudge be presented with the degree of Master of Philosophy. Mr. Chancellor, Roland James Noakes has been granted the degree of Master of Philosophy taken in the Faculty of Education. Mr. Noakes study examined training programs undertaken since 1978 by the Papua New Guinea government to train its citizens to work in the first sugar factory established in that country. Mr. Noakes was involved in formulating and presenting sugar technology courses appropriate to the varied educational standard of the trainees, many of whom did not have previous qualifications nor sufficient English to understand technical terms. The highly successful, time-conserving and cost-effective initiatives pioneered in these courses emphasised the social and cultural background of the trainees and could be adapted to suit similar industries in other emerging countries. Mr. Chancellor, I ask that Roland James Noakes be presented with the degree of Master of Philosophy. Mr. Chancellor, that concludes the presentation of Master of Philosophy graduates.
With the authority of the Council, I shall now confer the degree of Doctor of the University. I call upon the Vice-Chancellor to make this presentation.
Mr. Chancellor, John Thomas Rigby was born in Brisbane in 1922 and commenced formal art studies at the Brisbane Technical College in 1937. After serving 5 years in the Australian Military Forces from 1941 to 45, he worked as a cartoonist and artist, continuing his art studies at the East Sydney Technical College under the Commonwealth Rehabilitation Training Scheme. It was during his studies in Sydney that John Rigby met and formed a close working relationship with fellow artist John Molvig. In 1954 and 1955, he conducted classes in painting and framing at a large studio in Kangaroo Point, generously offering both classes and studio to John Molvig when he returned to Brisbane. The following year, in 1956, John Rigby was awarded the prestigious Italian government travelling scholarship. He left with his family to work in Italy, England and France. During that time, he visited the United States and travelled to Europe several times, bringing back images and impressions that have formed the bases for large exhibitions. In a career spanning 5 decades, John Rigby has established himself as one of the founding fathers of art in Queensland. Since his first show at the Johnston Gallery in Brisbane in 1954, he has exhibited extensively, and his colourful figurative paintings have featured regularly in the Archibald, Wynne and other national competitions. His paintings contain a determined optimism and have won him many prizes, including the Women's Weekly Portrait Prize 1958, the H.C. Richards Prize 1960, the Royal National Association Prize 1962, the Sulman Prize 1962, the Melrose Prize 1963, and the David Jones Prize in 1965 and 1967. John Rigby is well known for painting recognisable subjects, paintings which reflect nature, the environment and the human image. His startling use of colour combinations and contrasts affirms and celebrates life His paintings are expressions of joy and optimism. He revels in the diversity of the Australian landscape, ranging from lushness to desert, from the very old to the very new. The vibrant and translucent colours of regions such as Noosa and Coolum inspire his work. John Rigby asserts that it is not difficult to paint what you love. In his own words, he wants his paintings to feel as fresh as a spring morning and as comfortable as a favourite armchair. He has undoubtedly captured these special qualities in enduring form throughout a long and distinguished career. As well as this prolific output, John Rigby has made significant contributions in the areas of teaching and administration in Queensland. He has been a key figure in the formation and development of the Queensland Contemporary Art Society, an institution which has played a major role in fostering art in this state. In 1969, he was appointed a Queensland Art Gallery trustee, a position held for 18 years, and was elected a Fellow of the Royal Society of Arts in London in 1970. Throughout this period, John Rigby has worked tirelessly to spread his love of art, its methods and materials, to as wide an audience as possible. As a teacher, as well as conducting art classes at Kangaroo Point, John Rigby also taught commercial art at the Central Technical College in George Street, which later became the Queensland College of Art. In the 1960s, he continued to offer painting and life classes at his Spring Hill studios, as well as teaching design and drawing to students of architecture at the University of Queensland. John Rigby began his long and fruitful association with the Queensland College of Art in 1973, when he accepted a part-time teaching appointment. As a result of significant achievements in his first year, he was appointed Senior Instructor and Officer in Charge of the School of Fine Arts at the college in 1974. Although originally planning to stay only a few years, he stayed 10, finding inspiration in the college's philosophy of the arts and in the awareness that art education brings to young people. In return, his students gained a unique insight into a gifted painter, learning to appreciate John Rigby's passionate involvement with humanity, his dedication to beauty, and his rigorous pursuit of the traditional basics of painting and drawing, colour and composition. Since his retirement from teaching at the Queensland College of Art, John Rigby has devoted himself exclusively to painting. Neither the productivity nor the quality of his work has diminished. Like the vivid colour on his canvases, his talent continues to grow and flourish. Now that the Queensland College of Art is an integral part of Griffith University, it is especially fitting that the Council of the University should honour John Rigby for his distinguished contributions to the development of art in Queensland. Mr Chancellor, it is with great pleasure that I present to you John Thomas Rigby for admission to the degree of Doctor of the University.
And the citation. I now call upon John Rigby, Doctor of the University, to deliver the occasional address.
Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, graduates, and distinguished guests. May I first thank Griffith University for awarding to me the degree of Doctor of the University. It is said an audience gets what it deserves. If you listen tonight to a poor address, you must then blame yourselves. Now, seriously, I wish I could be out there to hear this. To have a comeliness of features, a comeliness, features, and fine physical proportions, these must assist the orator, alas. However, my attire tonight should assist in giving meaning, but attire is not first in importance. A pervading aroma of oil paint and turpentine might be of assistance, pervading my regalia. Words are words, and even these of recent times are changing their meaning. I can only hope your mood and temperament will allow my allotted time of 15 to 20 minutes. Artists, visual artists, are people of images and often are less willing to speak, believing that if you paint, let your work speak for you. After all, visual concepts describe the sensory appearance more subtly than verbal ones. Looking back over my life, it's true that art in one form or another has been a major part. To have a good ageing, you must have had a good youth. I am my own ancestral being, and I can still recall fondly that youth in the bush, the everlasting hills, the ever-changing skies, and holidays to the ever-restless sea. Mine were one-teacher schools, long since demolished, but I found recently, on retracing my steps to one location, that flowers still grew where once were garden beds, and I even found an inkwell and a marble. I'm sure it was mine. In looking back, as one ages, it is painfully clear to me that each day is precious, for each one is important in one's life. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow, days of our short span. Life and art is a sequence. Our lives, our art, are what they are today because of what they were yesterday. Tomorrow will be the result of today. When I was aged 14, I came down from the country to seek entry into what was then the Central Technical College in George Street. Armed with a few rolled-up drawings, pretty grubby ones of that, I'll bet, I entered its portals and was confronted by the instructor in charge, Martin Roberts. "So you want to be an artist, son?" "Yes, sir." "Well, it's not a pleasure trip. It's a battle. It's a mill that grinds," he said. I was enrolled, but could only stay a year, as I had to find work. This was with a sign writer who had me helping to put up posters on hoardings. Going home to my lodgings, covered in glue for 12 shillings and sixpence a week, did not fill me with joy. However, one day my boss said to me, "John, I know you like painting. Today you paint." In those days, Victor Day signwriters would assemble large 24-sheet posters on the wall of this large workplace, painting them by hand. I remember to this day the political poster of the then Premier Forgan Smith, depicted as a chook head on the chopping block. My contribution was to paint the blood on each succeeding poster, about 30 of them. I departed after 3 months. I didn't think this was the life for me. Joining one of the 2 advertising agencies in Brisbane, clients included Castlemaine Forex, a tailor, food chain, etc. I remember then you could purchase suit and extra trousers for 3 guineas. For those that don't know what guineas were, this was about probably $7 or $7 or $8 today. And a tin of jam for 9p. The war came. I joined the army and served in New Guinea and New Britain. After discharge, I freelanced at commercial art and did cartoons for the Sunday Mail. In 1948, I enrolled at East Sydney Technical College in the Diploma of Fine Art. I might mention our resources there were most limited in those days. No library, no slides, no film, not a lot of awareness of what had been taking place in the world of art. I think when I arrived down there, somehow or other, I managed to talk the authorities into letting me start in second year. And in the fourth year of a 5-year diploma course, I put up my work for the diploma because the rehabilitation course was only 3 years. And so I got a diploma in 3 years instead of 5. Painting back in Brisbane in 1952 and back in commercial art, one had to live. Painting nights and weekends, my first one-man show was with the Johnston Gallery in 1954. In 1955, fortune came my way in winning the first Italian government painting prize, which was held in the New South Wales Art Gallery. This award enabled me to spend 12 months in Italy with my wife Margaret and young son Mark. And I believe, if I remember rightly, we had about 5 ports, a trunk, a sewing machine, a stroller, and goodness knows what else. After some months in England and a short time in Paris, we returned to Genoa for our return to Australia by ship. It is not my intention to touch on my early days much longer, except to say the 50s, 60s and early 70s were pretty vital years. The art scene in Brisbane was vigorous. During the 50s and 60s, Brisbane developed an artistic subculture which was centred around several artist teachers who offered contemporary art ideas and methods of artistic endeavour. Margaret Salento had the studio at St Mary's Church Hall at Kangaroo Point, and when she went overseas in 1953, I took over the classes. John Mulvig joined me in Brisbane, and after I won the Italian Government Travelling Prize, Mulvig took over the studio. In 1957, Mulvig left St Mary's, and Roy and Betty Churcher moved in. Robert Haynes was appointed director of the Queensland Art Gallery in Gregory Terrace, and during the 50s, Haynes promoted awareness of the arts with exhibitions and related lectures. These were the forerunners of those conducted by Dr. Gertrude Langer, art critic of the Courier Mail. The H.C. Richards Prize was an annual art gallery event and subsequently becoming the Trustees' Prize. There was a quest for a new art gallery, organisations to raise funds, arts balls, etc. In 1953, a French Painting Today exhibition came to the gallery. In 1956, Italian Art of the 20th Century, and another exhibition of French art in 1959. These bewildered the public. In 1952-57, the Johnston Gallery in the Brisbane Arcade showed a wide range of Australian modernism, as well as being a venue for local artists. Artists of note living in Brisbane at this time included people such as Charles Blackman and Andrew Sibley. The Johnston Gallery moved to Bowen Hills in 1958 with grand Sunday openings. In 1963, Laurie Thomas became the new Queensland Art Gallery director, and he provided a new impetus. There were exhibitions and competitions such as the David Jones Prize, of which I was happy to win a couple, and vacation schools flourished. Brisbane was also having a major social change. More private galleries were opening: Ray Hughes, the Burleigh Just Town Gallery, Philip Bacon, and now, of course, many others. As a trustee of the Queensland Art Gallery from 1969 to 1987, I saw the gallery move from Gregory Terrace to temporary premises in the MIM building in Ann Street and then to the South Bank. For myself, again, I was fortunate in winning more national awards like the Women's Weekly Portrait Prize, a prestigious award in those days. William Doble won the year before with a fine portrait of Helena Rubinstein. Other awards to come my way were the Solomon of the Melrose and many others. In those years, we had fewer galleries, and living from one's painting was difficult. Although still having to work in the commercial world of art, a one-man exhibition of my paintings was managed each year in Brisbane, Sydney and Melbourne. 1972 saw me leave the advertising world to paint full-time. However, during the year of 73, I was approached to join the new Queensland College of Art at Seven Hills as a senior instructor, becoming officer in charge of fine art until January 1984, when I retired to my own studio at Pinjarra Hills. My attitude to education was formulated during many schools and seminars I conducted the length and breadth of Queensland before joining the College of Art. Universities give people the space, the time and the opportunity for a few short years to think, to reason, to weigh, sift, decide and act. The value of an education lies in the struggle to obtain it. And graduation should take place at a point of farewell to teachers. Where teachers help one idea to grow, it is now time to make two grow. I believe a major aspect of educational psychology today would be knowledge of the world of work. This world of increased technology necessitates universities to mount programs that allow people to proceed into the active outside world. In perusing the university's Faculty of Education courses, these needs would appear to be well catered for. If my concentration tonight has been directed to art and art in general, this will, I trust, be understood. An art college is there to engender a love of and enthusiasm for art, and by participating in this ever-changing way of seeing and feeling, we are also learning about ourselves and the world in which we live. It is the outward form of an inward search. Education is the acquisition of knowledge, and to help stimulate our will, that faculty of the mind by which we decide to do or not to do. Will is the power to choose. The whole world of phenomena is the objectification or apparition of will. Firstly, we should have mastery of tools, materials and processes. These can be taught, but art is of a highly personal nature, and the creating person must be the controlling agent. Therefore, the artist must enjoy a degree of freedom in the manner of expression. Always I felt at the college one of the important things of art was its power to refine the sensibilities. Our world today changes rapidly, new visions, new vitalities arise, fresh interpretations and expressions, all challenging our intellectual, emotional and social growth. Art has become a substantial part of the cultural fabric of society, and the art world, a complex international network of professional artists, dealers, collectors, curators, historians, critics and students. It is also a variety of organisations devoted to housing, displaying, exhibiting and disseminating. Graduates from colleges of art may be thought of as producers of painting, sculpture, ceramics, printmaking, gold and silversmithing. But it goes far beyond this. Our artists have influence on our daily lives in television, animation, video, film, the designers of the car you drive, your boat, the telephone you pick up, your furniture, in advertising and promotions, point of sale, it is endless. In this 20th century, none of the arts can be considered in isolation from the sum of the ideas involved or evolved. The arts render in visual terms the thoughts and feelings in which modern civilization conceives of itself. The microscope shows patterns that have much in common with formal art, scientific structure where properties of matter are determined by nature in the way they are arranged, the way they are joined together. These structural laws are found in much of art's language, in its structured principles, just as they are part of science and technology. Changes on our planet have always taken place in every generation, but vary greatly in the speed and intensity of these changes. Sometimes change operates slowly, in this century at a bewildering rate. Art mirrors all of this. Certainties no longer exist, and art has no need of certainties. In this changing world, art in whatever form is the material manifestation of an inner and spiritual activity, and the question of reality and the place we occupy in it. To me, the actual creative act, as in children, the experiment, the solving of problems, is perhaps more important than the result. Sometimes we take art so seriously, forget enjoyment should come into it, a spontaneous joy. Creating art for the dealer and canons of art can sometimes be a trap. What of people and art in the wider world? As a trustee of the Queensland Art Gallery for 18 years, I would observe people in the gallery and at openings. And many of these people would peer at every picture on every wall as if it was their duty. They might spend a brief period on each work, a few seconds perhaps. And when they left, they may have seen every picture, but they will not have really looked at a single one. After an opening, I have asked, "What did you feel about the exhibition?" "Oh yes, well I thought the savouries were better this time, but you could improve the quality of the champagne." As we approach the next century, art will no doubt help to determine the nature and purpose of humankind in the future, as it has in the past, walking hand in hand with science and technology. Some artists will fulfil themselves with the simplest tools, whilst others are in a language more appropriate to the atom, the computer, and electronics. Finally, to you graduates, I would say that life and art are full of contrasts. We have dark and light, hot and cold, near and far, poverty and riches, health and sickness, love and hate, war and peace. One thing we can be sure of, it's not boring. Find your direction, be sincere, but remember, to make money, you have to satisfy your customers. Artists feel they are working for themselves alone, and initially this is so, but in reality, we are also working for someone else. The writer is writing for those who understand, the singer sings for those who listen, and the painter paints for people who would like to paint just such pictures themselves. Express yourselves freely, for where there's no feeling, there's no life, and where there's no feeling, there's no art. Whether as an artist or as an educator, be discerning, curious, receptive and reflective people, making finer distinctions and seeking deeper meanings. If one finds one cannot do anything meaningful, we can still serve humanity as a horrible example. Splash at 10-league canvases with brushes of comet's hair. Congratulations to you all, and to all you people, thank you for listening. Thank you.
Mr. Chancellor, it's a great pleasure for me, on behalf of everyone here tonight, to thank our distinguished honorary graduate of the University, John Rigby, Dr. John Rigby. In an entertaining address, Dr. Rigby has not only elaborated on his own history, the history that I sketched out at the start, he's also introduced to us some of the values that have guided his life. I'm sure you detected, as I did, that part of his success story is a strong commitment to a work ethic, dating from perhaps that guidance from the admissions officer of the Technical College, who described art as a mill that grinds. And later on in the address we heard that the value of education lies in the struggle to obtain it. A message, I think, for us all there. He later on said something that struck a chord with me in terms of the directions which our Provost and Director of the QCA, Professor Ian Howard, is taking us. John Rigby spoke of art and design as going beyond the particular specialisations of artists and the particular manifestations of their work into our whole lifestyle, into the influencing of pretty well every aspect of our culture. Gone are the days when we, certainly at Griffith University, will ever think again of art as an appendage or as an optional extra. And did we not all enjoy the pragmatic touches at the end of John Rigby's address? To make money, an artist has to satisfy the customers. I don't think this is a common theme in art college addresses, but it's an important one. But without feeling, no life, and without life, no art. Ladies and gentlemen, would you join again in thanking John Rigby for his address tonight? And may I, as I usually do, take this opportunity to congratulate all our graduates tonight and to wish them every success in their careers and to exhort them to become members of the Griffith University Alumni Association and stay with us throughout their lives. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise and join the Griffith University Collegiate Singers in the singing of the traditional student song, Gariyama Sigatur. The words of the song appear on page 23 of your program.